The unlikely friendship between legendary author Mark Twain and activist Helen Keller.
For over a decade, the legendary author and humorist Mark Twain and the deaf and blind writer and activist Helen Keller formed a mutual appreciation society that neither distance nor disability could dampen. To Twain, Keller was, in his words, the eighth wonder of the world, who was fellow to Caesar, Alexander, Napoleon, Homer, Shakespeare, and the rest of the immortals. For Keller, the father of American literature was both a mentor and a friend. Mark Twain has his own way of thinking, saying, and doing everything, she wrote. I can feel the twinkle of his eye in his handshake, even while he utters his cynical wisdom in an indescribably raw voice. He makes you feel his heart in a tender Iliad of human sympathy. These most unlikely of friends met in 1895 when Keller was only 14 years old, at a party held in her honor by the editor Lawrence Hutton in New York City. Without touching anything, and without seeing anything, obviously, and without hearing anything, she seemed to quite well recognize the character of her surroundings. She said, "Oh, the books, so many, many books. How lovely," Twain recalled in his autobiography. For Keller, Twain's easy, carefree attitude towards her was a breath of fresh air. He treated me not as a freak, she said, but as a handicapped woman seeking a way to circumvent extraordinary difficulties. The young girl's innocence deeply moved the cynical and sophisticated Twain. When I first knew Helen, she was 14 years old, and up to that time, all soiling and sorrowful and unpleasant things had been carefully kept from her. He recalled, the word death was not in her vocabulary, nor the word grave. She was indeed the whitest soul on earth. When Twain heard that Keller was having financial difficulties attending college, he immediately wrote to Amelia Rogers to make sure that she would get in. She went on to graduate cum laude. And what makes it even more impressive is he was going through a bankruptcy at the time. In return, Keller was there when Twain's wife died to be a shoulder to cry on. Thanks, guys.